This is FIBA Podcast. Thank you for joining us in our morning daily devotion.
Greetings. Welcome to the series on 7 Hebrew words for worship, exploring the different expressions of worship as the Bible teaches us. My prayer is that each of these words would be as enlightening to you as it was to me, and informs as well as guides your experience of worshiping God. Let's get into the text. In Hebrew, there are 2 words for worship that have to do with music. Yesterday, we looked at zamar, the 5th word in our series. It had to do with making music and the act of singing, and it revolved around the idea of worshipping God with skill and the arts. Today, we look at the second musical term related to worship and the 6th word in our series, tehillah. This word is the Hebrew word for psalms, and it means a song of praise. In the Hebrew Bible, the title of the book of Psalms is Tehillim, plural for song. Have you noticed the difference between this Hebrew word and the others we've seen so far? Shachah, halal, yadah, barach, and even zamar. They are all verbs. They have to do with actions and therefore are acts of worship. Tehillah is a noun. Psalm 22 verse 3 says, God is enthroned on the tehillot, the praises of Israel. Tehillah refers to the communal sung praises of God's people. One of the most characteristic features of a written work is that it outlives you. What you produce will outlive your lifespan. The Psalms themselves are a testament to this fact. The very fact that we have a songbook as part of our sacred canon tells us the importance of written and performed praises in Scripture. A song is a poetical and musical composition that may involve words. They are musical because they match a particular rhythm and tune. Songs are unique because in order for them to work, the words selected must adhere to the form of the music desired to be composed. The result is a very memorable retrieval of the words that are in focus. I come from a very musical family, and songs have been a passion of mine since childhood. I remember back during my early school days, until a certain time, I would get stuck looking for an alphabet or wondering what alphabet came after a particular one. I would struggle to recall from rote memory. So in that moment, I would rely on the alphabet song to recall the order of the letters. I don't know how many of you have the same experience. Maybe it's just me. Even today, if you ask me to recite Psalm 121 in English, I would probably slow down at some parts, making sure I recollect and recite correctly. However, if you ask me to sing Psalm 121, I would easily sing the entire thing word for word in Hebrew, even though I would not be able to translate each word well. That's the power of a song. It not only is a written expression of a particular event or emotion or proposition, but beyond that, it is legacy. In the Old Testament times, songs were the way complex theological memories are remembered. This is because much of the cultures of the ancient world were oral traditions. Education was reserved exclusively for the elites, the kings and priests, and merchants, and therefore the lay people relied on oral traditions for their learning. Songs eventually became effective tools to remember what was important. Psalm 22 verse 3 says that God is enthroned in the praises of His people. The written memory of God's works through works of praise are a significant source of revelation. Notice how Psalms like Psalm 77 are examples of private discourse on the emotions felt and the responses from heaven that came in aid, while Psalms like Psalm 78 are examples of history put into lyric so that the lesson lingers and instruction is preserved. Notice Psalms like 136 that employ a repeatable phrase after every point that results in a participatory experience of remembrance. The Psalms are special because, aside from their lyrical and musical purpose, they also track the history of God's work in motion. What does it mean that God is enthroned in the praises of His people? It means that long after His people have lived and gone, the works of God continue to remain and are remembered. And when a future reader picks up the songbook and goes through them, he finds the same living God in the pages of the songs and gains an opportunity to encounter the one who still sits on the throne of his people's praises. Pick up a hymn book today, and the reason why those lyrics and those songs still hit hard is because they were written in deep seasons of either pain or confusion or turmoil, and they came from a true heart of worship. God still lives in those praises. This is why we get ministered to when we listen to a moving piece of God's praises. This is why the same life-changing ministering power reaches out to us from the pages of the songbook and touch our hearts, pulling us to the throne of God. Because God continues to dwell in those praises. Dearly beloved, I not only encourage you to pick up a song or hymn book and search for God's goodness therein, but I also want to ask you, what is your song? I'll see you in the next one.
Dear listener, we are here to stand with you in your time of need. We want to pray with you and for your prayer request. Do you need someone to talk to? We are here for you. Call us or send a message at +91 636 425 2164 +91 636 425 2164. God bless you.